Hey guys, in this video I will share my NHL pick from my betting model, and this is 2 unit play of the day, and we have one team which I think is underrated currently based on my analysis, and these 2 units plays are the best bets so far, around 14 units, close to 15 units this season. And at the end of the video I will answer this question: when I should start betting. In last days I received many questions about baseball betting. So when should I start betting? I'm waiting for baseball season. I'm waiting for this. I wait for the right time when I will start betting, and I will give you my opinion about this. Okay, but let's start with projections, and I will give you my NHL pick for today. So let's go quickly through all the projections. The first game, Ottawa Senators against Buffalo Sabres. I have Ullmark and Luukkonen in the line in the betting model for these projections. Based on my projections, Ottawa should be a small favorite. They are small favorites, so I don't see any value in this game, not in totals and also not in money line. So you can see my projected odds, bookmakers odds, which are very similar. So no value. Then we have Philadelphia Flyers against Toronto Maple Leafs. I have Samuel Ersson against Anthony Stollarts. Based on my projections, 5.44 goals. Bookmakers 5.5 goals in this game. Based on my projections, Toronto should be 1.61. They are 1.43. Philadelphia 2.64. The numbers are too close. Betting model gives Philadelphia 37.82% of chance to win this game, but when it comes to value, I think Philadelphia is a little bit underrated, but in terms of numbers, not in terms of winning. Okay, those are two completely different things. Okay, we are not trying to pick winners of the game because this is more for NHL fan channel. We're talking about the value, right? So in terms of value, I don't see a lot of value in this game, and Toronto is overrated and Philadelphia is a little bit underrated, but there is still not enough value based on my criteria. Pittsburgh Penguins against Tampa Bay Lightning, Tristan Jarry against Andrei Vasilevsky. Based on my projections, Tampa Bay should be 60.68% of chance to win this game. Again, they are a little bit overrated, so favorite is a little bit overrated, so I don't see a lot of value here. And then we have Nashville Predators against Carolina Hurricanes, Hussein Saros against Pyotr Kochetkov. Based on my projections, Carolina will have better will have better chance to win this game. Okay, so this is something we need to understand. Carolina is most likely to win this game because my betting model gives them more than 55% of chance to win this game. Also, bookmakers thinks the same. They think that not bookmakers but the market. We both have Carolina with more than 50% of chance to win this game. However, based on my analysis, Nashville Predators are currently playing better than their current results show, and they are underrated in terms of the odds. Based on my projections, they should have around 44.61% of chance to win this game, which gives me the odds of plus 124, and bookmakers have them at plus 230. And because of that, I have Nashville as 2-unit play. This is the only value play for today. I think this is the best bet based on the value. Okay, if you want to bet your house, or if you don't have any strategy, long-term strategy, then of course you should not follow anyone speaks anyway. But if you want to bet the whole house, you should just check the probabilities, because if you lose your house, you will be without money and house. But if you have a long-term strategy, I think there is a value with Nashville Predators today. Okay, Montreal Canadiens, St. Louis Blues. Based on my projections, 58.24% of chance to St. Louis. No value. Also, the totals are very similar. Vegas Golden Knights, Minnesota Wild. I have Hill against Fleury. Based on my projections, 5.52 goals. Bookmakers set the total as well at 5.5. When it comes to money lines, I think there is some value with Minnesota. I have them at plus 118, bookmakers plus 155. So despite we give Minnesota less chance to win this game, but in the long run, I think this is a plus CV play. Okay, if of course the analysis is correct. Okay, Washington Capitals, Winnipeg Jets. Based on my projections, the numbers are basically the same. Also, the total is very similar, maybe small into over 5.5, but this is close to my numbers. Detroit, Colorado. Based on my projections, Colorado is a little bit overrated in terms of the odds, maybe small in with over as well, because my projected 6.48, bookmaker 6, so maybe small into over. Okay, Seattle, Calgary. Based on my projections, Seattle should be plus 116. They are exactly plus 116, and also the total is the same. Rangers, Kings. Based on my projections, Rangers should be plus 149. They're plus 148. So this is basically the same as well. So the only qualified, I think, and the best value bet today is Nashville Predators. I think they are a little bit underrated. Currently, they are playing much better in terms of other advanced statistics and how they play compared to their results. I think they're much better, and the odds should be much lower compared to the market odds. And this is the only value play for me today. Okay, and now I will answer this question. I think I will give you my view about this. Okay. So the question is, when should I start betting? Okay, this question is very similar when I receive messages or emails when somebody says, I'm waiting for baseball season, or I'm back. I have a break. I didn't have time for betting, so I'm back after half months, and I will start betting now. Or I'm waiting for NBA season. I will start betting because NBA betting should work well. I will wait. I didn't have time. I will just finish my chess class. I will just finish my this or that, and then I will start betting. Well, here is a bad news. After 25 years of betting and being part of the sports betting world, and you know that I talk with many sports bettors. I teach many sports bettors as well. I know the differences, and the bad news is that people who look at this this way, they will never win. Okay, why they will never win? First of all, in sports betting, this is something I repeated many times. Only 5% of people win, and 4% are close to break even, and only 1% of people actually make real money that can change their life. Okay, I was lucky one that sports betting helped me to do this years ago, and I observed sports betting world people. I also love psychology, and imagine that Mozart would say, I will start writing symphony when when the time is right, or when I will have a time. Or Lionel Messi will say, okay, I will start playing football when the time is right, when the sun is there, when I will feel right. Or LeBron James, I will start playing basketball or train for basketball when I will feel it is a good time. Or he will call a coach and he will say, okay, hey coach, when is the best time to start playing basketball? I want to be the best. I want to be among those 1% best basketball players in the world. So tell me one system, and tell me when is the right times to start, when I will start. Well, it is a bad news. Okay, people who are successful, they are not waiting for the right time. Okay, they are doing this every single day. They find the time and they do it. Okay, even if you don't have the time. Okay, in my last, so I'm betting for 20 since 1998. This is 27 years now. I had uh, periods where I didn't have money. Okay, I was completely broke. I didn't have money, but I still did analysis. I was making analysis. I was building my betting models. I always found a way to make analysis. Most people don't do analysis. Most people don't do projections. Most people don't love spreadsheets or Python or whatever. Simply analyzing games. And if you cannot do this, you will never win at sports betting. Okay, if you don't train, I know, if you want to play a guitar, and if you don't train playing a guitar every single day, you will never become good at playing a guitar. If you don't train and play basketball every single day, you will never be good at basketball. If you don't, I don't know, if you want to be good chef and you want to have a good restaurant, if you don't cook every day, if you don't do this every day, you will never be good at it. Okay, I see people, they don't bet for 1 year, they come back and then they start with spreadsheets, of course. And such person, he needs half hour to copy paste something. Of course you need half hour for copy pasting because you don't love it. You only love money. But who doesn't love money? My daughter loves money. My Everybody loves money. We all 8 billion people, everybody loves money. Okay, this is not the reason to bet. The second thing, so everybody loves money and everybody loves sports. So who doesn't love sports? Everybody loves sports. But betting is not about money and sports. Betting is about analyzing games. And if you cannot do this every single day, you will never win. I'm not here to find your passion. This is your responsibility, okay? I can just tell what it takes to, I don't know, win in the long run. I'm not there is, I don't know, thousands of people on my email list, and I don't know, I talked with hundreds and thousands of people. I don't know every single person's passion. Okay, sometimes people say I don't have time. I'm going to I don't know. I'm playing PlayStation. I am doing this. Well, this is your. I'm not saying what you should do. You can do whatever you want. The world is free. You can do. We live in a free world. You can do whatever you want. Okay, you can run a business. You can bet on sports. You can play sports. You can, I don't know, whatever. But if you want to do this, there are certain actions that you need to do, and it is not for everyone, right? If I want to be if I want to be good at playing a guitar, and I go to a guitar coach, and he will tell me, well, if you want to play a guitar, and if you want to be on a stage one day, or if you want to, I don't know, have one success playing a guitar, then you will need to train guitar every single day. And I was say, oh no, I don't want to do this. I just want to have a good song. Just tell me how to make a good song. I don't want to play guitar every single day. No, don't tell me. But he's a coach, and he will tell me, you must play a guitar every single day. You need to practice every single day, right? And then I say, no, I don't want to do this. Well, then you will not be good. So why you need to do this? Because once you start making projections with spreadsheets every single day, first you become faster. Okay, you will not waste 3 hours for analyzing. Okay, I can do all my baseball projections in 15 minutes. I can do projections in 10 minutes. Not only this, I see when the projections are too close, so I quickly move to another projections. I make copy paste quicker. I see the changes quicker. I see errors quicker, and many things that I do becomes automatic. So I don't need to use my brain and energy to do simple tasks that should be normal. Imagine that, I don't know, LeBron James, he must think about how he will make steps or how he will jump. Yeah, I need to do this. No, most of the things must become automatic. The same is in sports betting. Once most of the things become automatic, then intuition can also come into play, your ideas, and then you can even create, adjust, improve your strategy. And if you don't do this, then you will always be with your basics. You will all Some people have problems with typing teams. They make mistake with copy paste. They need 20 minutes to make one copy paste. Why? Because you didn't do this every single day. And then they start doing this, I don't know, or start betting, and then after 100 bets the things are not great, and then they wait for the right time. Now, this is not how the things work. The sports betting is a lifestyle. Okay, every single day you sit down, open a computer, make a coffee, start analyzing games and attacking plus ev. Nobody knows if you will win tomorrow. Nobody knows if the next month will be great. But if you do this constantly, if you attack every single day, if you do analysis, and if you attack plus ev, in the long run, this is the best chance to win. Okay, not waiting for others, not but the problem, and I say this all the time, the biggest problem is most people want to bet, but they don't want to take actions that are required to win at sports betting. Okay, because analyzing games, math, statistics, this is boring, and this is something most people don't love it. Okay, even if you go to school, 95% of people will say they don't love math, they don't love computers, they don't love statistics. Nobody loves this. But if you ask them, 100% of them loves money and sports. So there is a huge gap. Okay, 95% of people hate this, but this is needed for success, and only 5, and this is the gap, and this is This is the results of sports betting world. Okay, so when should I start betting? The question alone is crazy. Okay, the question alone is completely crazy. Imagine, as I already repeated this, one of my favorite anecdotes. Young man came to a Mozart, okay, and he asked him how to write a symphony, and Mozart said him, "You're too young for this." And then I said, "What do you mean by this? I'm your age." And then Mozart said, "Yes, but when I was young, I didn't run around and ask people how to do this. I was doing this. I was writing symphonies." Okay, the same is in sports betting. You don't run around and ask how to do this. You simply do this every single day. LeBron James didn't ask how to start, how to start, how to start. No, people don't. Successful people don't run around and ask how to start. They simply do every single day. Okay, you should exhaust all the free information from the internet, and then you pay premium for the next level. Okay, so I receive questions. What is plus ev? Come on, guys. Internet, you have internet plus ev. What is closing line value? What is this? What's that? All those information you need to exhaust, and then you pay 10,000 American dollars for one really important information that is secret. Not, I don't know, jumping around, because you with this type of with this kind of character or habits, you will not win at sports betting, not at anything. Okay, so when should I start betting? No, if this is a question, I don't know, right away, yesterday. If this is your passion, then you would already start betting. And I'm not talking betting money on sports. Okay, always when I say betting, I say analyzing games. Okay, because 90% of the time is analyzing, not 90, even more, 95% of times is analyzing games. Okay, only 5%, 5% is this. You take $5 American, just push button, that's it. Okay, so this is not betting. This is not betting. Okay, sports betting has nothing to do with sports and betting. Okay, betting is analyzing games. Betting is analyzing numbers. Numbers are information. Numbers are just the language, right? So this is just the language. When somebody say, I don't know, we should take into account, I don't know, that they are playing at home. Yes, this is information, and this needs to be turned into the number, and at the end into probabilities. I don't know, this is injured, that player is injured. Yes, of course, turn into the number. I don't know, the coach's wife is cheating on him. This is information. Yes, but we cannot write whole text, so we use the number. So you need to weigh this factor, include into your analysis, and at the end you need to get the number, probability. Okay, so everything comes down to analyzing games. And when you should start analyzing games, I don't know, if you ask this question, you will never win at sports betting. So this is not the right question. Okay, the right question is, do you even like sports betting? Because if you don't like sports betting, or if you're not passionate about sports betting, and again, I'm not talking that sports betting is betting on sports. Okay, analyzing sports games, creating betting models, creating spreadsheets, or if you're a developer, Python, everything, this is a passion. Okay, this is a passion. Having the balls, having the time, having the energy to do this. Okay, this is passion, not betting on sports. Okay, and another thing is that people who ask this question, they want everything for nothing. This is not going to happen. Okay, most people want everything for nothing. Okay, you want my free pick, you don't pay anything, you don't do, you want a lot for nothing, right? And you want that you will win, but you don't do actually analysis, you don't put any effort. Okay, so people want everything for nothing. And from this mindset also parlays come. Okay, because people want to have a lot of profit but with small risk, right? So you bet, I don't know, $10 American, and you want to win $10,000 American. This is small risk, huge profit, right? And this is exactly why most people go broke in their life, not only sports betting, but financially. They risk too much compared to their action. Okay, so your action must be bigger than your risk. Okay, always your effort, your action, which includes analyzing games, learning, investing in your skill. Uh, this must be passion, of course. This must be, once you put this in one basket, this must be much bigger than the risk, and then you can win. Okay, you always need to put much more effort than you get out. Okay, create more than you consume also, right? This is where the winners this is where the winners become winning sports bettors. Okay, so when should I start betting? I don't know. I think you should not start betting. If you ask this question, you should not start betting. When should I start betting on baseball? Hey, where is the best time to bet? Those are all wrong questions. Okay, so I don't know. Imagine, as I said, if you Mozart, or I don't know, any other successful person in the history of the world, if he would ask coaches, hey, when is the time, when is the right time that I start writing a symphony? Well, this is completely wrong mindset. This is, you simply don't love writing a symphony. This is the real question. Because if you ask this question, you don't love writing a symphony. Imagine Mozart, he don't write a symphony for half year. Well, no. The problem was he couldn't sleep. Or if I was watching a documentary about Dražen Petrovic. He was a basketball player. He was also playing in NBA. He couldn't sleep because he wanted to play basketball. Okay, he didn't ask, hey, when I need to do this. When you're passionate, when you have desire, burning desire, then you do this every single day. You don't ask these questions. Okay, and I'm not here to say anyone what you should do, but everyone should have an honest conversation with himself. That's simply it. Okay, because if I start now, I don't know, playing, if I start playing tennis right now, and I'm not passionate about playing tennis, I will never be good at playing at tennis, because then I will say, well, I need to go to training. Hey, when I need to do this, this takes time. When, if you ask those questions, you're not passionate about this. And the problem with sports betting is, and this is something I already say, this is a relative competition. Okay, because if someone tell you run 100, I don't know, let's say run 100 meters, okay, in, I don't know what, 10 20 seconds. Okay, you run 100 meters in 20 seconds, and this is something everyone can achieve this. Okay, this is one absolute goal. But if someone tells you run 100 meters, but you must be in top 5 of all the runners, then you need to always be better, because if not, other will outperform you, right? And sports betting is a relative competition like this. You need to be in top 5%. Okay, it is not good enough to run 100 meters in 20 seconds. So you have 100 meters and you have 20 seconds. So you have two absolute numbers, right? You know first number, you know the second number. In sports betting, you need to be in top 5%. So this is a relative number. Okay, in top 5%. What does this mean? Okay, if someone is getting better, you also need to get better. Okay, and how you will become better at something if you're not passionate about this? If you ask, when should I start betting? Do I need to do this? Well, I need to do this. No, the other guy who is passionate, who cannot sleep because he's so passionate about analyzing games, he will outperform you. Not in sports betting, in playing tennis, in business, in, I don't know, in any other area. Okay, and yesterday I heard something very interesting. It was about success, but we can also implement this in sports betting, because we have, of course, sports betting, and we have successful sports betting. If you want to be a sports bettor, you just need to have a bookmaker, $5 American, and you are sports bettor. But if you want to be successful sports bettor, I always recommend you should always study successful people. Success plus sports betting is successful sports betting. So first study sports betting, and then also study successful people. So you study those two things, and then those two things come together, and then you are successful sports bettor. Because the hardest thing in sports betting is not a betting model or picks; it is the mindset. Okay, and uh, I heard this the other day. It was about success in business, but this can be implemented in sports betting. Uh, if you smoke and you want to quit smoking, or if you drink alcohol and you want to, and if you want to quit drinking alcohol, or if you're overweight and you want to lose your weight, there are of course small percentage of conditions where this is much harder. But if you want to do this and you cannot do this, then you will also not win at sports betting, because sports betting is much harder. I'm talking about winning sports betting in the long run. It is much harder than quit smoking, okay? Because in sports betting, first you need to improve all the time. It is a relative competition, it is intellectual game, and it requires a lot of discipline, a lot of patience, a lot of struggle, a lot of persistence. When others are quitting, you keep going, okay? This is much harder than just quitting smoking, okay? Or quit drinking. This requires much less energy, okay? So how do you expect that someone who cannot quit smoking, and he wants, okay, maybe there are people who wants to smoke and they're passionate and they see a lot of benefits. I'm not judging, I'm just saying, if you want to quit smoking and you don't have personality or motivation, or I don't know, energy, or whatever we call this, to quit smoking, how you can expect that you will win at sports betting, which is 100 times harder, right? And no, I will get a lot of negative comments. Well, you're stupid, no, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but those people don't win in the long run, okay? I'm not talking about last season, 2 months, okay? I'm talking about 20, 25 years. You bet on sports, you make a lot of profit, you reinvest, and then you change your life. You can live financially free. This is successful betting, not having 13 units in last 3 months. This is bullshit, right? So I'm talking about this. How can someone who doesn't study success become successful sports bettor, okay? How can someone who is not passionate about analyzing games become, I don't know, winning sports bettor, okay? And successful people don't ask, when should I start betting? They are doing analysis every single day, okay? Successful people keep going when it is getting hard. When it is hard, when nobody believes in them, they keep going, okay? They keep going with analyze, they keep going, and they go to the success. Most people quit. And we also need to be very careful when I say they quit, because of course you cannot lose money your whole life constantly, okay? I would always say, take 1 up to 3 years in sports betting, do everything you can, okay? Read every single book, take courses, make analysis every single day, and set your budget, how much money you are willing to lose. Take 1 up to maximum 3 years, and if you don't see benefit, if you don't see the progress, if you don't see the profit, stop betting forever, okay? Unsubscribe for emails, unsubscribe from YouTube channels, unsubscribe from betting forums, betting channels, and do something else. If you cannot win in 3 years, if you do everything with passion, then this is not for you, okay? And you will not, you're simply not good enough, okay? If I start, I don't know, playing a guitar, and if I start playing a tennis or MMA or whatever, and if I spend 3 years and I constantly lose money and I don't see any progress and I don't love the process, I, I the smartest thing would be to stop doing this, right? Because in life you can become an expert at maybe 4 or 5 things in your life, okay? Some people love fishing, something, I don't know, but in life you can become an expert at maximum 4 or 5 things, okay? And if sports betting is one of those things, you would need to put a lot of pressure, passion. And when should I start betting, or when should I do this or that? This is not going to make you successful sports bettor and successful at anything, okay? People who are successful, they don't run around and ask people how they should start or when they should start. They are already doing this, okay? If you're passionate about something, you're already doing this. You already exhausted all the information about this. You're passionate. You wake up with passion every single day, with desire, with full of energy. So you cannot wait to start analyzing games, to see the odds, where is the discrepancy, to calculate the probabilities. You're passionate about this, how you can change the betting model, how you can include your idea, how you can use some other statistics to find other edge where others don't see it. You cannot sleep sometimes because of this. And if you're not this type of person, you will not win at sports betting. Okay. um, so why people still bet? I think people should bet. Most people still should bet because the only money that is coming to sports betting world is from those who lose at sports betting. And this is the only way that winning bettors can be paid. And this is good that most people still bet despite they don't take it seriously. And I think this is good. But if you want to win at sports betting, you should be passionate, but you cannot learn to be passionate. Okay. So when should I start betting? I think this is wrong question, and it is just the answer is you should not even start betting, because if you ask this question, you will not win at sports betting, because winners don't ask this question, they already do this thing. Okay. Okay, I hope you got the idea, and of course don't listen me, I just give my opinion. I'm just one small YouTube channel among billions of other channels. They are much smarter. They will give you better advice. But this is my opinion. Okay. So thank you for watching. See you next time.